entry into Peter Mini Warzone's giveaway competition. He wanted people to take their cameras and just go outside their door and film their immediate neighbourhood, but trust me, you'll much rather see this view from the window of my house. This is the room that I paint in, and I used to have my desk by the window, but I got such a good view over such a large area that I found I could never get on with any work. I was constantly staring out of the window. What you're looking at the moment, I live on a hill outside of Plymouth in Devon, and this view is looking down over the rooftops at the English Channel in the distance there. You can see the Brittany Ferry in the harbour there. That particular spot is called Mill Bay, and beyond it in the distance is Mount Edgecombe, which is across the other side of the River Tamar. So that is actually in Cornwall rather than in Devon. And the thing that's always struck me about this view is that before I lived in this house, I used to live in a flat in the town centre, and a friend of mine is an art historian, and he's a bit of an expert on the painter Turner, and he visited me once in Plymouth because he had some sketches that Plymouth had made, that Turner had made, and basically what Turner did was he used to travel the country sketching landscapes and views, and then take the sketches back to his studio in London and paint over the winter. So he was a great traveller and a great describer of various spots of the countryside. And my friend had these sketches that had been attributed to Exeter, and he was sure that they were of Plymouth and not of Exeter. And we spent a day wandering around the town trying to take photographs of spots and match them up to these sketches, and there was one that we just could not find, and it was very frustrating. But years later, when I moved into this house, I looked out of this back window and this was the view. What I'll try and do is overlay a scan of the sketch from a magazine, and you can see it matches up precisely. The ferry is actually hiding a little sort of spur of land, which you can see on the sketch, and you can probably, to the right of the ferry, you can probably make out two steeples. I'll zoom in a little bit. It's a little bit hazy today, but on the left there's I think that's St Andrew's Church, and on the right is the steeple of the Roman Catholic Cathedral. And let's try and zoom in a bit more. Yeah, it's a bit bleached by the sunlight at the moment, but that's the Roman Catholic Cathedral there. That wasn't actually there. Turner made the sketch in 1813, and the Roman Catholic Cathedral wasn't actually built until the 1850s, so that doesn't appear on the sketch. But that was actually the first Roman Catholic cathedral to be built in England since the time of the Reformation. Plymouth in the middle of the 19th century had a very large Irish population, and the Catholic Church was put there to cater for them. And beyond it you can see a large kind of area of historic naval buildings. That's the King William Yard, which used to be the victualling yard for the Navy. Somewhere out there, I know through binoculars, I think that's it there, you can see the River Tamar. Yeah, you can see a few boats and things there. If you're lucky, you won't see it today, but if you're lucky, you can often see warships coming in and out of Devonport Harbour there, because that's the entrance to the River Tamar. And a bit further down to the right is Devonport. Let's zoom out again. Just up in the tree there, tree in the middle of the trees there. Again, I'm not sure how well this will show up. Zooming in. That is Mount Edgecombe Country Estate. Again, I'll try and overlay a few pictures of close-ups of these landmarks. And zooming out again, just pan across to the left a little bit to show you that you can see right out to sea there. Can't see it today, but on the horizon about 15 miles out is Eddystone Lighthouse. But I can make it out with the naked eye, but I don't think the resolution on this camera is going to be good enough to show you. You'll have to trust me. It's kind of in the middle on the horizon there. There's a little bit of Plymouth town centre there. Those cranes are where they're building a really tall block of student flats for the university, but it's going to be the tallest building in Plymouth by the time they've got it finished. That's my edge of my window, so that's about as far as you can see that way. Let's pan out again, and zoom out and pan around. So on the horizon, that's Cornwall. On the other side of it is actually the coastline. That whole area is a big country park. It's lovely for walking in. So now we're beginning to look more at Devonport. Those tower blocks there. There are 3 tower blocks in Devonport, which they've, I don't know, it depends on your viewpoint, but they're a little bit of an eyesore, but you can see those from right up on Dartmoor. I think to the left there is a pillar. It's sort of like that was there in Turner's time. So obviously the dockyard was a very important naval base during the Napoleonic Wars, and Devonport had a lot of kind of fairly prestigious, ornate towers and buildings and so on. I think the church just to the right of the tower blocks is Stoke Damward Church, but I'm not entirely sure. And then a lot of the vegetation in my garden is going to get in the way at this point. My apple tree's grown a little bit. So you're looking over the apple tree there. Beyond the apple tree, in the kind of middle of the picture there, is Central Park in Plymouth. The school there is, I think the school's called Tamerton, that long reddish brick building. And then as we pan across, there, that green building is Plymouth Argyle Football Club, the stadium. Again, all the bamboo growing in my garden's hiding it. And on a good day, you can get very nice. If it wasn't quite so hazy, you get absolutely beautiful views of Cornwall in the distance there. You can see an awful lot. the sun's just bringing out, I think, if I can get match up with what I can see with the, yeah, there is one of the cranes in the dockyard at Devonport. And again in the foreground there behind the telephone wires is a little bit more of Central Park. Some hard court pitches there where they play five-a-side football, and then that's about it. You're getting to the limit, and that's my edge of my window again. So just thought I'd show you that as an idea of what I get to see every morning when I wake up. And good luck to Peter and his channel, and thanks very much for the giveaway competition. See you all in the next video. Bye for now.